What is up? Welcome back. Nope. Do you like to do it, Bill, to make it?
So do we.
We have new videos each week. Welcome back to another Technical Difficulty Tuesday.
No, it wasn't so bad today.
It's not too bad. The scroll thing wouldn't work. But otherwise...
Look at you, unshaven. Do you know you're unshaven?
I did. I was sick.
He's usually very conscious about making sure he shaves Tuesday mornings. But he was sick last night, so
I was not
he slept in
well
a little bit today. But
yesterday.
he's here, so you almost got a test cut Tuesday. Sorry. Whew. You almost got a test cut Tuesday with just me and Emma.
Oh, yeah. I almost stayed home. I was sick. All right, so let's see if it works. Kinda. All right, this is what we're doing today.
Boop, little bit.
Here comes the sun, which is very ironic because it's very rainy here this week. This thing is very laggy. It's very rainy here this week. We're supposed to get like 3 to 4 inches today.
Yes, I just saw Angela saying it is raining like crazy here in Charlottesville. Very terrible.
Like,
so
it's not currently
is
raining.
like 45 minutes from us.
It's not currently raining,
But those storms are headed our way.
the warehouse had a little flood.
Always. When it rains
Little-
heavy
little
like
stream.
this, it pushes back in. But that's okay. We were ready for it. And because we've been moving stuff around.
We've been so busy.
I didn't post my little video I took this morning, but that's okay. I'll post it after this. We can.
Post it up on Patreon.
Yeah.
That almost fits.
I thought the same thing when I saw it.
All right, we'll finish. We've been very busy doing
Prepping for the jamboree.
prepping for the jamboree. We're getting, it's like, what, 24 days away?
Look, I see Krishna just said, are you nerve-sighted? But that was
Yes,
for...
we're nerve-sighted.
It wasn't for us. That was for Adina. But as far as the jamboree goes, we're nerve-sighted
We're
for
nerve-sighted.
for the jamboree.
We'll be getting it all done by the skin of our teeth.
Yeah, we have a lot of people coming here, and the shop is not my vision, and I want you to see my vision, but it will not get done before everyone gets here. Like, you see these ugly blinds that were here? I want to change them.
We'll keep them open and nobody will even notice.
You won't even notice them.
We're on a shoestring budget.
We are.
So, all right, well, before it gets too far, let me see who we see out there.
I think you've already got 79 people watching, so you better hope they haven't all said hello.
You better start throwing your hellos in there. And tell me if it's raining where you are. All right, let's see. I see Renee. Oh, she's excited for the jamboree.
Yeah,
Same.
see? Beyond
I
excited.
See Grace, Chuck V. I see Mark, Christy with laser cuts and curios. I see Michael, I see Anita, Scott, I see the Beebs, I see the doctor, he's watchable doing surgery. I see Kat, Iris, Pamela, I see Donna and Hannah with Fox Dan Creative. I see Jennifer, I see Trudy with Jan's Chat.
With
Ingrid,
what?
Van's Chat? What did I say?
Jan's Chat, Trans Chat, there was just like
all the chats. I see Ingrid, I see Krista, Angie, Veronica, I see Chris with Minnesota Makes, I see Kim Lance, I see Metal Maniac Prince, I like the name, I see New England Craft Company, I see Bob, Angie, I see Tom with Wee Bit Nerdy, he's Wee Bit Nerdy, I see True Crime Junkie, Adita, Brett, Juanita, Tim, Carrie, Cheryl, Corey with Off-Road Everything, Carla. I see Scott. Did I see Scott already? I see Christian. I see Samantha. I see Big John. I see Marsha. Tracy D. I see... Oh, it's getting cloudy. I see Jill, Ann. I see Carrie. I see Chuck. Oh, it's going. I see Lisa,
Mark, Alan,
April,
Adam.
Samuel,
Oh, you think you
Rhonda.
said Adam.
Did I say Adam?
I think. Well, I
I
did.
see Alan. All right, it's going
Mark
great.
says
I heard
it's
your
sunny
name.
in Gulf Shores.
Hit us.
Nice.
That's not fair.
Not here. It's raining here in Ohio. Jennifer Heffelfinger says it's raining there.
This is a big one. It's covering like half the country.
Look, Adina,
I
let
don't
me
watch
tell you
the
about
weather.
my nails. I saw the comment about my nails. So, TMI. Everybody ready for a little
You ready?
TMI?
Lean in.
Don't tell it. Let's not share this with everyone, okay? I had to have a colonoscopy on last Friday. So, which wasn't
yeah,
bad.
Friday.
Actually, that wasn't so bad.
No, it was
I got
like
through it.
last one of the day. The doctor was trying to get you in and out.
Yeah, he was in a, let's make all the nurses, everybody was trying to get me in and out of there. So it was very efficient and everything is great. But I will tell you, speaking of my nails, I was sitting there and they're like, we'll
color is the backer? Foxfire? Foxfire.
Sure, let's do it. Dark orange, yeah.
Yeah.
That. Or wait, summer colors, sunset sienna, duh.
Oh, well, it is a sunset.
Yeah, duh. Let me think again.
Right.
So anyway, so they're like,
Back to the colon.
yeah, we want nothing on, put this little gown on, and then get in the bed, whatever. So I did. They come back in. But the whole time, because they're trying to be very efficient, she's on the other side of the curtain while I'm changing, asking me all these questions. And then the anesthesiologist walks up. She said, I'm asking her the questions now. And he starts asking me his questions. Everybody on the other side of the curtain. I'm like, oh my gosh,
all the
you guys
questions.
are really trying to get me in and out of here. But long story short, while I was sitting there in my little blankets and my gown, everything's kind of a shade of white. I mean, it's very, very light blue. Everything's mostly a shade of
Doctor's
white.
office.
And I'm sitting there with my hands on the sheets, and they're like, wow, look at your nails. Your nails look so great. And then I was like, my nails are very contrasty against this white sheet and everything. But that was all you could see were my nails.
They look like a nurse's color.
I was very nailsy, and I was like, look at me. I'm not even all that bougie, but in this instance, I looked very bougie sitting in that hospital bed with my fancy nails. He's like, when did you get them done? Where did you get them done? They look great. And I was like, no, they're grown out. I need to get them redone. No, it was 5 minutes. We talked about my nails. And to the point that I was like, all right, let's move on from my nails.
All right, you're making me nervous.
Yeah, you're making me uncomfortable with
Back
this
to the
conversation.
colon.
Let's get back to my colon. Yeah, and then the funny thing about that was, then they're like, okay, well, the doctor had come in just about that time. We wrapped up that conversation. He asked me a few questions, and I knew she was waiting to push that button that
put you under.
Yeah, she even said, no, I'm waiting for the doctor to walk in. So as soon as he walks in, I'm going to go ahead and push the medicine. And when he started talking, I felt her move behind me, so I knew she had injected me with the medicine.
She's like, whoops, jumped the gun.
Well, no. I mean, he said, okay, well, we can go ahead. And she's like, yep,
As soon
already.
as she heard go ahead.
Well, she had already hit the button. And she said, yep, I already did it. And she said, okay, well, what did you say your kids' names were? And I maybe said 2 names, and everything got real. Ooh, and then next thing I know, I was waking up. And that was it. I barely got any time. I said, wonder if she's injected me. And then they asked me the kids' names, and I said 2 of them. And
Oh, well, that's a fishy question. I'm going under.
yeah, I'm about to go out. They don't. This has happened to me before. When I broke my wrist and they had to do surgery, they asked, what are their ages? And I remember only getting through 2 or 3 of them before I was out. True Crimes is I get the TMI at circle time. Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. It's Test Cut Tuesday. Kind of asked for it.
True Crime says nobody spills the tea quite like 4 and 5-year-olds during circle time. Oh, I am
right?
sure. I bet that is hilarious. All right, you need
I would
my
egg
help.
it on.
You got this.
I got this. We're doing
All right, let's talk about this a little bit.
Apple Red or Buttercup Fields. This is going to be black. Right? That's all the black back there.
I say we're gonna do Apple Raid. That's lime green.
Apple Red.
You mean Apple Stars?
Apple Stars.
I say Apple Stars. Only because I feel like this one's just a little too mustardy.
Buttery.
Well, I don't know. Actually, I don't know. Wait a minute. Let me see. gosh, we hardly have any of this one left.
That's our go-to. I think I use that one every week. Every week.
All right, what do you guys think? Which
Gets
yellow?
funnier every time I see it.
Well, now I'm thinking this one. I'm thinking the new Buttercup Fields. Yeah. Yeah, I want it. This is a little too dark.
Well, you work on mixing that one. I'll work on painting this black one.
All right, so I don't know if you guys had seen that this was very separated because
extremely.
Sometimes when we fill them, you'll
overhead.
see little behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Sometimes when we fill them, they aren't quite 8 ounces. Like either it runs out, I'm at the end of the fill cycle, or I'm at the beginning and I don't have it set quite right. So if it's not the right size, we just put our name on it and then we say how many ounces is in it so we know.
That's ours now.
So it hasn't been touched since we filled it, and I just wanted to show you how much it takes to mix it, which I think I'm mixed now, but I wanted you guys to see.
The jiggle and wiggle that goes into.
It's important to mix your paints, and some people pour it and they're like, oh my gosh, all this liquid is in it, and that's okay too, because just add a little more, mix it up, add a little more, it all mixes in. But you want it to have all these things, so it's not like typical paints, because it does have all this UV resistant, weather resistant, all those additives in it, so that you can put these outside and your door hangers are going to be good to go outside.
It's not your average craft paint.
Yes, and I want to do something we've got in our little agenda of things to paint are some outdoor things that aren't door hangers.
I want to do some leaners and stuff again.
Well, yeah, but boring. I was thinking some more like repurposing some furniture or something like that for outside.
Ooh,
and
for outside.
use this. Yeah, and try this for that, because I haven't done a furniture piece, so I want to do that and put it outside and give her a go.
Not since an outside furniture piece. I was thinking we did that one cabinet that we did a remake on.
Yes. Well, I mean, I want to do this and make it for something that's going to go outside, because that's one of our selling features. It doesn't have to, you've seen us do plenty of things indoors.
I mean, it
but
pops.
One of the selling features is the fact that you can put your stuff outside. So this is Buttercup Fields. It's not labeled. I'll make sure we get a label on the other side so that it's there.
So when we're using it as a stunt paint.
Yeah, when it's a stunt paint.
He knows his role.
Yes, he knows his name.
Know your role.
He knows his name. All right, so really quick, and then I'm coming back to the comments. I wanted to talk about how this file was designed because, great job, Garrett. I see you pulled it off. When he first showed me, I told him this is what I wanted to do, something like this. And I said, all right, you make it better. That's kind of how
she showed me.
That's how our game works, is he makes it better. But then he had this, my sun was just at the top because I was trying to make it really easy. And he had the sun all the way down to the bottom. And I was like, no, I'm not trying to paint all those sunbeams.
It looks so dorky with it just on top. It's wearing a sun hat.
That's what he told me. And I was like, we got to fix this. And he was like, no, I'll make it work. So then he cut it to the top, and then he was like, I don't like that. So he went back to down to make the sun rays come all the way down. And I was like, well, I don't know how that's going to work. He goes, I'll figure that part out. Do you like the looks of it? And I was like, yeah, I like the way it looks. So here we are, and now we'll see how it plays out. I don't know what you got going here with this color. That is not that is not a Foxy Hues color right there. You see the words?
The CMYK in this.
Here comes the sun. Those were, where am I at? Sorry. That we're gonna make that a better color. I think it needs to be like a spa. It needs to be.
Oh, spa! I have Foxy Tail Tie.
Yeah, no, I want it to be bright. You've got some oranges. Think summer vibes here. What do you guys think? I think it needs to be this color blue. Yeah. Hold it up with an orange color. What, this? This way back. Buttercup.
Buttercup.
There it is. What do you guys think? I think that'll be a good sunset. Here's what we're doing. So, what do you think?
What do I think? What?
I'm not you, them. What do you think? Should I do the sunset? Oh, sorry. And these colors so that they're contrasty. That is Buttercup Field. There's my stunt double. Where is, oh, here it is. Tossed it off. So, oh shoot. These two, oh gosh, come on, get it together. These two, or these two.
One.
Buttercup, Apple Stars.
One or two.
Back to that,
Hey,
sorry.
where'd my stool go?
Christian says Buttercup. Scott says, by the way, the garden sign with the mole cut so great and easy to put together. Good.
Oh.
Yeah, we sold those at the, well, no. I sold one of them,
Yeah,
and one of them we still have at the last
It's an
show.
acquired taste. Not everybody appreciates a mole.
Oh, Krista has a funny story about kids and TMI. I was reading it first to make sure make sure it was appropriate. Yeah. Funniest thing that ever happened in my house. My twins were like 3 playing Mario, the Super Nintendo, and I kept hearing the Mario died noise. Out of nowhere, my son yells, well, God blanket.
Whoa, blanket.
Punky. God blanket, Punky. Yeah, sometimes the kids say the funniest things, the darndest things. One of the
You try
funniest
not to
things.
laugh.
You try to. Yeah, well, that's the story I'm getting ready to give. One of the funniest ones was Courtney, who found something. It wasn't a pencil, but whatever it was, scratched the wall. It kind of looked like a pencil, and it was in the hallway. And she did this huge drawing of something or another, and she was like 3, maybe. And I went down the hallway and I said, "Oh, what did you do? What did you do?" And she said, "I drew a big, beautiful butterfly." And I was like, "No, you do not draw on the walls." Okay, I was 23 years old. No, maybe 24 years old, 25 years old. I guess she was 23. She was 3. I was 25 years old. And I said, "No, you do not draw on the wall." And she was like, oh, she was so offended. She was so offended that I did not appreciate her butterfly. I said, "No, you go get in the timeout chair right now." And she was just offended, walking away, doing what she was told, which was good, but turned back to me and said, "Don't take it off." And I said, "Oh, you better get in that timeout chair."
That's art.
She said, "Don't
Girl.
take it off." I was like, "Oh my
young
God."
Banksy.
Still like the Buttercup. Okay, you got all the votes for Buttercup, so we're
Alright,
going to go with that one.
buttercupping it up. I thought you were gonna tell the one where the 2 littlest wandered around the neighborhood.
Oh my
and
gosh. You
sold
guys want to
loose
hear?
nuts.
No, that's a bad parenting story. Would you like to hear? It's a good and bad parenting story.
We taught them to hustle.
Yeah, every coin has 2 sides. Do you know how when you're children, you teach your kids, you try to teach them good things, so you join Girl Scouts. They each were in one was in Girl Scouts, one was a brownie, I think, still, or maybe she was just a new Girl Scout, and the other one was a daisy. And they're learning how to sell cookies, and all the things that they learn and all the skills that they learn from that. Well, so that was when do they sell cookies? February, March?
Yeah.
February, March time frame?
Yeah,
This
well
was
then you
summertime.
can't. Yeah, I was gonna say this was like August. This is July, August. Well, we come home, and they're like, "You got to take us to go get ice cream."
Yeah.
And I was like, "No, I'm not. We're gonna eat first, and then we'll go get ice cream." And they're like, "No, we owe people ice cream." I was like, "What do you mean you owe people ice cream?"
No, we found the form or something, or they bring me the form.
No, they showed me the form.
They bring the
to
form.
prove it.
Yeah.
And I was like,
this form.
there was a form. It was handwritten with pencil. And it said ice cream 2. And then it said nuts. And then there was like 7 slashes.
Because they also
under
sell
nuts.
Girl Scouts sell nuts in the fall and cookies in the spring. So they understood that those are the 2 things. But this was summertime, so they weren't selling cookies. They were selling ice cream.
Well, it started with nuts apparently, but then they ran out. And I was like,
that's right. The handfuls of nuts.
I was like, what do you mean you were selling nuts? Where'd you get the nuts from? We were selling handfuls of nuts.
No, we were selling nuts.
I was like, what do you mean you were selling handfuls of nuts? We would go up, we would ring the doorbell.
To whom have you sold nuts?
The neighborhood.
I was like, what does that mean? Like who? Who are these people? Well, across the street. So basically, they went up to doors, knocked on the door.
I said, do you want to
said,
buy
would you
nuts?
like to buy?
Well, I said, give me your pitch. Tell me how you're doing it. And
then at this point, Sarah's looking real nervous. She's like, okay,
they said,
here goes.
We're raising money for girls, and we're selling nuts. They were smart enough to leave off Girl Scouts. The girls they were raising money for were themselves.
And so they did, and I said, well, where are the nuts? Don't you have to deliver the nuts? No, we already did that. And I was like, what do you mean? What did you do? She said the cans of nuts we had. And I said, how did you give it to them? You gotta go straight, so you put the big camera on so they can see your face. He's laughing so hard because it's slightly embarrassing.
Well, I was neighborhood embarrassed.
Because they just dipped in and handed them a handful of nuts for $1.
So what kind of ice cream are they expecting? They had like $7. I was like,
and when I went back, they were all laughing. They all got it. But they were nice enough. They were like, well, they came up and this is what they were doing. So we bought in. They were nice enough just to buy in just because they knocked on the door and they lived in the neighborhood and they were little kids. And so yes, we still occasionally come back and think about embarrassing parent moments. So one, where were we? Who was watching them? What?
Oh my God, and then another one, that same summer, we had an alarm system.
There's another one.
We had an alarm system, and I forgot how it went off, but it was like the two little ones were home, and somehow they set off the alarm. And I show up, and so did the police. Well, as soon as the police got out of the car, Grace starts yelling, I don't even live here. I don't know who they are.
No, she said, I don't know who they are.
Yeah, she did.
I don't know what, because he was asking what happened. She said, I don't know. I don't even live here. And she was backing away down the drive because they were outside.
She was out. She was gone.
Yeah, she was not a part of whatever this was. She was like, I'm not even doing this. Here, turn that over. We can use it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's another embarrassing moment of our kids. They're big personalities. They're all characters.
All of them, yeah.
Here, let me lay this with it.
And they always have a cohort. That's the problem.
Yes, because there's so many of them.
They can always wrangle somebody into helping them out.
They can always wrangle another sibling to do their bidding, I guess, to get in trouble with them. What is the nap thickness of your roller? There is no nap. These are foam rollers. I think I can show you. Whoop, whoop. Just a foam roller, 4 inches. Ingrid, I asked them this already. The answer is yes, but it will be after the Jamboree. So Ingrid wants to know, will you be doing any more Illustrator Zoom training classes?
I'm trying. I really want to. I've been talking about it. I'm just out of time. We haven't been getting home until like 10 or 11.
True Crime Junkie says, one of my kids told the class I'm pregnant with a food baby and asked when I was going to give birth. Kids are so hilarious, man. They don't even care.
Yeah, they're hilarious. Another good one was, before I met Kim, I was in Target and some lady just looked at me or started talking to me, asking me something. And Isabel starts yelling down the hallway, "We still have to get that ointment for your junk."
Oh my God.
Thanks, Isabel.
That is Isabel. That is quintessential.
All right, what was
Okay, again, we are trying to use our summer
this?
palette
I like
here.
Kite Flight then.
Yeah. Well, no, I think Kite Flight might be the water. What if I used?
Well, I use like the denim, double cross denim for the water.
I
That's what
know,
have.
but we have a summer paint palette. Why would I not use the colors in the summer paint palette? I mean, look, guys.
Oh well, and I think that's
Is
the
this not
words.
perfect for the
That's
sign or
water.
what? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, words.
What's the words?
Well, bird is the word. But for this one, it's gonna be whatever that one is.
Okay, these
Ocean
are
Hideout.
yes, Ocean Hideout. Duh. Kite Flight Sky will be the water. Obviously, we did Buttercup Fields was the top of the sun. Sunset Sienna was the back of the sun. So, get out of here, Bogus Blue. You're up some other time. But this is the perfect sign to talk about our summer palette. Okay. I don't know if you guys can hear how stuffy Garrett is. He had to take his mic off. And I was still congested, still trying to get rid of this mess. And Tanner was out for a full week. So it's, you know, one of us gets sick, it cycles through everyone. Lori Chavez says, no wonder they didn't want to do the YouTube channel. They were terrified. After we yelled at them for all the crazy stunts they pulled. Seriously, though, there's no way I scared that out of them.
No,
If
because
anybody's going to do it,
crazy
those
stuff.
crazy kids would. Why aren't they? Krishna says, yeah, that was the problem with twins. All those things you'd never dream of doing alone, they were born with their best friend.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So
Well, that's Emma and Isabel. Yeah.
They're 363 days apart.
So close enough.
They act like twins.
Emma just waited for Emma
Emma didn't
just
start
puts her
riding.
life on hold
Yep.
until Isabel gets there.
Emma wasn't potty trained until Isabel did. Emma didn't ride a bike until Isabel did.
And even now, they're just very much like twins. Even
I
though,
thought they would just become old spinsters and live together forever, like the Simpson sisters, Marge's sisters.
Anthony Edwards says, "You guys crack yourself up." Yeah, we do.
We do.
Yeah, we do. We're very. Sometimes we get to giggling together. Who is the stricter of the two parents, Kim or Garrett? Oh,
Who do you think? Wait, put your cut. Who do you think is the strict one?
Who has to be the heavy?
We play
And-
good cop, bad cop.
Yeah.
I'm always on your side. I'd never let the kids see the crack in our relationship. But yeah, I'm the softie.
Kite Flight, yes. Those colors are perfect, yes. Oh, Ray's here. Ray was a little bit late. He had some computer updates. We know what it's like, Ray.
The sign
We get
is all
it.
about you. Rays of sunshine.
Oh my gosh. Nothing beats a little girl I used to have. We did a farm theme for the week, and she grabbed my chest and announced to the class, it's time to milk the cow.
Oh,
I nearly peed my pants
snap.
laughing. Oh my goodness.
That was a good one.
Oh, Kim Lance wants to know who's doing craft shows and what were their big sellers.
Wow, that's a good one.
Christian says, what did Pam Hoover say? I have to say I absolutely love these summer colors. Me too. And Christian said the Adventure Fox has another feature he's been working on to showcase the discovery of this great bundle in the deep jungle.
Oh.
Fun. Yeah, Kat knew. Kim, no contest. Kim's the heavy. Kim's the strict one. Kim is the heavy, right? See, it's not fair, you guys, that I have to be the mean one. And then put it on top of it, So I don't know how much you guys know our backstory. So Garrett has the 4 in the middle. I have the oldest and the youngest. We brought to this blended family, this Brady bunch. And I am the stepmom. And so when I have to be the heavy, it's not fair because then I'm the wicked stepmother. I mean, they don't really think that, but they're like, oh, she's so mean. Garrett's in the background laughing. Yeah,
No, I'm not. I'm right there with a stern look.
Yeah.
And as soon as the kids leave or whatever, I'll be like, I feel like that was a little much.
Not all the time. That is not always the case. I don't want them to think.
Oh, yeah, no. Only when I do think it's a little much. Otherwise, I'm like, yeah. Uh-huh.
Or sometimes I have to prep him. All right, it's your turn. You're up. I can't have this conversation again. I've already had this conversation. It's your turn. You got to get in there.
They don't.
And
I think
you have to tell them.
They enjoy Kim's conversations a lot better, I think. Because when I am mad.
Yeah, he's scary. Then he's like deep dad voice, and he gets scary,
And then it's things like, I just ask questions. Why? Why'd you do it? Why? Let's get to the root cause here. What was the root cause? You're lazy?
Yeah, he does that root cause. Dina wants to know if the round's okay for outside. Yes, my friend. They absolutely are, because this is outdoor house paint. So it has all those additives. If you were here earlier, you probably heard me already say it. But it allows you to put these outside, and they're going to be protected outside. They're going to be great. Garrett didn't want to answer when she said who was the stricter, because he knew. It's always the mom that's the mean one. Good, because
that's why the mom gets custody.
That's why the mom gets custody, so she can put the foot down. Mm-hmm. Trust me when I say my step-parents are the devils. I am not the devil, and I try and tell them, look, I'm not trying to be mean here.
I'm the step-parent.
We gotta get it together, or whatever the case may be. You looking for a kite flight?
I didn't think we had it.
Well, I think you got like a few of them.
Oh.
Garrett's like, I don't think we have that one.
I think that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the ticket. I think my rules are just a little more relaxed.
What is this? Do I know what this is? Why do I feel like I know what this is? What is that?
I don't know. I'm assuming it's food.
What, Terry? What are those?
She doesn't want to say it out loud.
Boudin balls. I don't know what they are. Oh, you guys, you started me on the giggles. Now I just want to laugh and giggle. Harry says he started messing with the Eufy Make software today. I hope when it's live, it's not all online.
No, I heard it's all going to be online.
Yeah, I think it's all going to be online. But I don't think you have to... What is the deal? You only have to pay if you're using the AI?
Yeah, we don't have one yet. We've just done research. We did say yet.
My boss used her mom voice on me today. We always have fun together, but I was being a bit ornery with my kids. I was a wee bit terrified when she used her mom voice on you.
Whoa.
Adam says, I was watching an older version of yours, and Kim did all the normal Garrett talking parts and Garrett isms of the video, and it was so funny. Y'all should do that again. Oh, we just talked about that recently, didn't we?
Uh-huh.
Well, the fact that I had done that, yes.
You should do it again. That was fun. Hey, what color is that thing going to be?
Ooh, Kim Lance said she did a show, didn't bring my inventory list, so I don't have a count for how many total sold, but we had our best show ever and hit over 4,000.
Whoa,
Good
that
for
is
you.
good.
For a spring show, that is great.
Yeah, spring shows.
I think we only did.
I think we did about 4 because we did
Just under 4,
Yeah.
3,500 or 3,600 or something
But it
for
rained.
this show.
It rained day 2.
Yeah, if it hadn't rained Saturday night and Sunday morning, we would have had a better turnout on Sunday. We had a much better show. But at least we had a beautiful day Saturday. Yeah, I think we only did,
Like 500
What?
on Sunday.
yeah, that's what I was going to say, like 500 on Sunday. Boudin. Oh! Scott says it's hog guts, rice, and spices.
Oh, God,
and it's
why?
pronounced boudin.
Why would you do that? That sounds like a Blake thing.
Terry says New Orleans style boudin balls are made with succulent pork sausage mixed with rice, peppers, and onions. They're coated with spicy Cajun seasoning and deep fried to absolute golden brown perfection.
Wow.
Wow.
She just did a commercial. You want to come do a commercial like that for the paint?
Blake is so funny. Everything we're eating. Wow, that has spice. It's so spicy.
That's how I do.
Yes, that's good.
I love hate the spice.
Krista says, I almost forgot. You all are probably the only people who would be interested in this. I just enrolled in an AI course for programming and creating data sets. Very cool and very fun.
Yeah, I get it. I was just
Come
working
back and
with,
tell us how it's going.
I was just working with little Joe and a little programming myself.
Mike wants to know, Mike Smith, can I ask what should I bring to the Jamboree?
A fun attitude.
Yeah.
Maybe a laptop or a tablet.
Well, good point.
That would be
Don't we
helpful.
want to do something, trade something like some pins or something?
Oh, yeah.
What do you guys want to do?
Stickers or
Look, we're all
pins?
here. Look, this small group.
The gang's all here.
111 of you get to make this decision for 80 tickets. Well, 90 tickets. We opened 10
we
tickets
opened
up.
10 more tickets, so if you didn't get them,
We were sold out, and then I had to put 2 back in the pot for special someone. So then we had
Then
one
we
of
sold
them.
out.
Then we sold 1, and then we had 1 ticket, and then we were asked if we could put 10 more back in the pot.
because
So
Logo Jet's coming,
yes.
and they asked if we could open it up for 10 more. They might have 10 people coming or something.
Yeah. So Logo Jet is
All in.
definitely going to be, well, we told you already they're going to be a sponsor, but we should have our Logo Jet machine by then, and we'll really be able to showcase some cool things. I hope. I'm excited. I was just asking today, was I going to have to open the doorway up and get it in? What was I saying?
By
oh,
doorway,
yeah.
she
So
means wall.
with this group, what do you guys want to do? Don't you think we should bring something to trade? You got to be able to share your business, your friends, and stuff like that. So I know, like Next Level, they do pins. Do we want to do pins?
I don't
Like,
think
what
we-
can we do?
I don't know if we want to copy,
I don't-
although pins would totally go with the camp vibe.
Right?
Pin-
Magnets?
well, what do Girl Scouts do? Don't they trade pins?
Yes.
I mean, I guess we could trade pins.
That's what I think. You got to
We're
trade
gonna have to make a
pins.
special edition.
Yeah,
Jamboree
Krista says swaps are the
inaugural.
best, right? I know. That's what I'm saying. We got to do some sort of swap, right? Pins. I don't care. Maybe it's pin or it's a magnet. I don't care. You make something, but bring it so that you can trade it
Well,
with your business logo, your
we'll
business
be-
name, your contact info.
everybody's getting a bandana. Maybe you could put your pins on your bandanas.
Yeah, you guys want to see a sneak peek at something fun? Ha!
I like how you run off.
I told you this is summer camp for makers, so
Want me to go front facing?
yeah, if you want to. Look at all our colored bandanas. So everybody gets, and there's different colors. See, this one. Let's see if I can show you. Oh, here. Let me just open it.
Each
Let me
troop-
just open a bag. What am I doing?
Each troop is going to get their own colored bandanas.
Yeah,
Like Survivor or...
yeah. Think Survivor. Look, I don't want to get them in the paint. But look how fun. And so that's how you're going to group, that's how we're going to group you with your people that you're going to walk through your sessions with, your troop. And look, it's just there's 10 different colors in there. So I'm super excited about that. I think that's going to be so fun. Sorry, guys. When I get to talking. So, look, I just get you going.
You kicked me off.
This looks so good. Can you go back over?
Well, don't mess up the paint.
I'm not messing it up.
You just did.
But did not.
Well, yeah.
I didn't do that. That was
totally
like
just
that
did
already.
That. It was not.
Okay, now the question is
Quick-
how many?
Quick saboteur. How many what?
How many? So we sold 90 tickets, so I'd bring 100. Or as many as you can make. If you want to hand them all out, bring 100. Because there's also going to be sponsors here, so we estimate about 100 people. Maybe up to 110.
Yeah, maybe 110.
Christian says, I like magnets, stickers, and pins in that order. Oh, stickers are a good one. I mean, stickers are great if you can get stickers. Or if you want to make it yourself, then maybe pins or magnets are the way to go. I'm all for passing out some stickers.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can put those on any of your...
Like anything. You put them on anything. But if we do that, we got to make a sticker wall. We're going to make a big thing for people to sign or put their thing on, their stuff on. Does that need another coat?
Yes. Wait a minute, you already did 2 coats?
Yeah.
No, then it's fine. This top part, this is what I saw.
I mean, you'll barely be able to see it. Yeah.
Well, that's where you're going to put the...
The black parts go in there.
Okay. No, you're fine. You're good.
Does the black need another coat?
Nope. Wait, yes.
I'll do it anyway.
Okay. Well, really right here is the only spot I really see that needs it. Yeah, don't add any more paint to it. Just a pretty dry roller. Terry says, should I bring my Girl Scout sash? If you do, I will.
Kim still has hers.
Mm-hmm. Will it fit over my body now? I don't know.
You'd be surprised to learn that I was actually kicked out of the Boy Scouts.
I would not be surprised to learn that. I don't think anybody here would be surprised to learn that.
It's a little rambunctious.
Oh, Juanita says I can't trade anything. Now, Juanita, so what you can do is you're a perfect candidate for going online and ordering yourself some stickers. Tons of places that do stickers. Order stickers. 120 would be safe. Yes, definitely. Aprons for painting, laser glasses, folding chair. Aprons we have, laser glasses. You're not going to need those.
Don't look at the lasers.
Well, all the X-Tool stuff has the green, the green, everything.
Yeah, the only ones that don't have like eye protective are the industrial ones out back. Yeah, we might not run those.
And then what did you say? Folding chairs. We will have a big tent out back with 100 chairs out there. So I envisioned that we would move some of those chairs into each station. Some stations are sitting stations. Some stations are not going to be sitting stations. So
But there will be chairs available.
Yeah, we should have some chairs available. Kat says I'm having FOMO, but it's the same weekend that my husband will be in Kansas City for his cancer support group. He is my travel buddy. Maybe next time.
I get it.
I get it, but there's
My
so many
travel
other
buddy.
people here, Kat. If you want to go and keep yourself busy that weekend, come on and join us. There's tons of people. We'll certainly hook you up with a buddy. Some of these guys over here that are chit-chatting in this group will hang out with you. We all
I'll go
know
find
your
Phil.
name. Yeah, don't make him go find
Y'all
Phil.
go find Phil. He'll be your buddy.
You're going to need that, right?
Yep.
And let's see what else. Scott says, from some of your Navy stories, I'm not surprised that you got kicked out of Boy Scouts.
Oh, my Navy stories. Those, I must have told you those at the pizza.
Oh, cute. So Adam says, random side note, he's cutting the master at tier birdhouse stander right now. Making this for my grandma. She's not doing well and moving into hospice care, but I know she will love this. The timing of the design was weirdly great.
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
good.
I got 2 more things of that coming out. I was doing my test cuts.
Do you want me to show them what the other one that's coming? Have you sent the other one?
No. What do you mean sent it?
I mean, yeah, sent it.
Finished
Well, I guess
cutting
not
it?
because you haven't finished it, right?
No. Yeah, you can show them. And maybe you show them the little stander.
Well, I don't know where the 3D one is. I don't have that.
Oh,
I
I
don't-
threw it away because I had to recut
Oh, I
it.
can't show you then.
It was like a true test cut where it didn't work. This is the little...
This
These
is one of
guys
the
come out.
master tier files. It's in a master tier exclusive right now, but it's coming for those of you that are
So
not
it was
master tier
this.
members.
There was a big door hanger version.
Which
and
we
then-
can't cut. Well, it'll eventually become a test cut Tuesday.
I made a 3D birdhouse. I turned this whole thing into a real birdhouse.
An actual birdhouse.
That's what I was test cutting. It didn't work. I made some adjustments. Got to recut it. And then, where's the
take
other
this.
piece? It was on the table. Oh, here it is.
Got buried.
And we're making a nightlight version. But it goes, it's 2 versions. One version goes in like this base. Can you see this base back here? Beep.
It's hard to see.
I'm really far away.
Yeah.
And then the other version goes on the nightlight. Goes on this plug-in nightlight thing.
Yeah,
And then I
where
go-
remember the night lights we did?
Yeah, those nightlights. So there's 2 more versions coming for the master people. Kind of like this design. It's like
And that's what we're
little-
going to try and start doing instead of just 4 random door hanger files. We want to give you different options for different things, but make it almost like a theme for the month. This month it was birdhouses. Is it going to be air conditioned at the Jamboree? So some of it, Harry, the front part where we are here will be air conditioned. I hope I can keep it cool enough for 100 people. I'm really trying. We have movable air conditioning units.
Yep, I'm
that-
renting an air conditioning unit too.
And then the warehouse is not air conditioned, but the 2 locations where we will be in the warehouse, we actually have 2 tents now in the warehouse. Where the big lasers are and the light burn session is going to be is air conditioned, and it actually gets quite chilly
cold,
in that.
yeah, it gets cold in there.
It was cold in there today because
Yeah.
it wasn't that warm outside, and Tanner had the AC cranked up in there. It was cold in there. And then the shipping tent where we'll be doing custom boxes and a couple of little shipping set. Maybe only one. Whoa.
What?
You want a little plate?
Oh, I'm good.
Okay. We'll also have an AC unit in that tent, but the rest of the warehouse is not air conditioned, and the
Just
tent,
your walking paths won't be air conditioning.
yeah. And then
But I'm renting a giant air conditioner to help cool those areas.
what about the big tent out in the back parking lot will not be air conditioned, because I said, hey, can we keep it cool? She's like, can't guarantee that. And I said, well, then should I keep the sides on and try and rent one of those AC units? She was like, nope, it'll just be a big swamp in there. You won't be able to keep it cool, and the sides will make it miserable. Like the air won't move in there, so it will not have sides, per their recommendation.
And it's a crapshoot.
Let me get you a little plate because I see that that's a little bit.
I'm done.
We took all the little plates Mother's Day to the winery. Here you go. You want that? Oh, Kim made it. Ingrid gave Kat some words of encouragement. I was on the cruise alone, and everyone was so nice and kind, and most will be at the Jamboree. Yep.
Yeah, everybody on the cruise was great, and they'll all be at the Jamboree.
Jason Kelsey, blast from the past. Where have you been, my friend? Thanks for joining us. I bought shorts to wear for the Jamboree, LOL. Tenors, my kind of people. So mini Ryobi fans it is. Yep, bring your personal fan. Yes, Mark says I'm bringing my travel ball fan. Good call.
I don't know. We're all so cool that we might not need it.
All right, this is looking good. We're taking our sweet time. You guys know that you will not have to take this long to paint these, because this is my only reason why I'm saying it is, what do you got? 3, 4, 5 colors max, and they're all big pieces.
I was trying to keep it easy.
Yeah, for what I thought was not going to be an easy design, turned out you did a good job.
Oh, thanks.
You almost always do. Like I said, almost always.
I do. I like how you saved it from being a compliment.
Oh, Jason says, I didn't realize you moved the test cut Tuesday time. Yes, Jason. It turns out that 7 p.m. we were getting more eyes, more viewership, so we
More
moved
comments.
it to more interactivity. So
Like twice as much.
we moved it to 7. So you're East Coast. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's a better time. Maybe it's not. Mark says I'm not that cool. Not that cool. Oh, Kat said if I were closer, I would come. She has to hold down the fort and look after Waffles and the rest of the barnyard friends.
Waffles.
Oh my God, Waffles!
Look, Waffles
I love
can
it.
come.
Yes, thank you, Nipa. Thank you. I almost forgot. If you are watching, give us a thumbs up. Let everybody know. Let YouTube know that you're here, and hopefully you're enjoying the content. Hope we're entertaining you a little bit tonight. 107 watching, only 57 likes. Please smash that thumbs up button.
That's pitiful, everybody.
So, ooh, the black. Let me see. I was wondering if that should be a different color, but maybe that outline would be a good contrast. You know, kind of like...
Make it pop.
Like a shadow. Yeah, like a pop, like a big shadow.
Well, I was going for that 70s vibe, so at first I did have like a big drop shadow behind it.
Hi, Debbie Barger. I hope everybody liked their Mother's Day gifts. Nancy's here. She didn't get her notification. Well, look, I'm glad you guys are joining us. Oh, that's right, Jason. You're in Texas. I know that. For some reason, I was thinking you were down in Tennessee. I don't know. I was making up stuff.
Sounds like fighting words.
Kristen said 7's great for her. She's not at work any longer. Mike Smith said, do I get an attaboy for driving 6 hours to come? LOL.
Attaboy.
Attaboy, Mike. Scott likes the black. It's good. It's making it pop.
I think we're going to have a good time. It's good. Good times. Good times.
Lori Wall says, window to the walls made it. Welcome, Lori.
Welcome, Lori Walls.
And her family loved the signs. Gives that 70 Beatles look. Oh, yeah.
That's what I was kind of going for. Like a little Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Heart Club. A little brimful of Asha.
Sorry. All right, I'm back.
I'm back in.
Cute, Chris said. At Mike Smith, attaboy. I'm flying from Minnesota to North Carolina and then road tripping the rest of the way with Ingrid. And you know why?
You know that's going to be
because
fun.
they met each other on the cruise and now they're friends.
Fast friends.
Lisa Mead. Oh yeah, we'll have to do. We were looking for things to give camp badges. We're coming up with camp badges so that we can give them out. And who came the furthest?
Oh,
is
that's a good
one.
Yep, that's a good one.
Chantal's driving 16 hours.
Uh-oh. Now we might have the who traveled the most and who went the furthest distance.
Yep, Mark said, are we going to have a farthest drive contest? Somebody wins a prize. Yes!
And just for that, I'm going to drive to Michigan and back.
Bob's driving 12 hours.
I don't mind a drive.
Oh, Adam says, for some reason I booked my flight to Raleigh. Glad something told me to double check. But I booked the hotel in the right city. Who knows what was going on in my head?
That's a long walk.
Anthony's driving 12 hours.
It's hard to see.
Like Krista said, will you pick me up when you come to Michigan?
Where in Michigan?
And Kat says you can pick me up when you're in Michigan.
Oh, a bunch of cat people. Well, I did some time in Michigan. I did some time in Boone, Michigan. I did some time in Cadillac, Michigan. I think that's it. That's my only times in Michigan.
As a child. Teen?
Yeah, I did it both.
As a teen?
I was there at 12 in Cadillac. And then I wasn't a very good kid living in Pennsylvania. So I was shipped off to live with my...
Oh, yes, Lori. Lori had a great idea. Might have to do it next time. Here comes the sun. The sun should be in a gradient.
Mm-hmm.
Great idea.
I could have done it, and because it's in a little frame like that, it would be kind of easy.
Mm-hmm.
I was 17 when I was in Boone, Michigan. I went from Paterson, New Jersey to Boone, Michigan.
You guys, I haven't done the colorway challenge.
Oh, I totally forgot about the colorway challenge.
All right, I'm sorry, it'll be middle of the month, but I'll do it next week.
I've been all jamboree.
Right, we have been all jamboree all the time. Well, and then other things that must go out kind of thing. That looks so good. That looks so good. Great job.
Oh, thanks.
Great job, buddy.
Oh, thanks, pal.
That's a good sign all on its own. Now you're just going to one-up it. You're just going to take it to the next level with this backer.
Take it to a whole other level.
Look at that. Even that orange looks good. Now I'm going to add some yellow. Bam. We should ombre that one too.
What, this piece?
Mm-hmm.
I think the whole thing needs to get different ombre shades.
Debbie Barger says, I think my granddaughter might like this one. She's a Beetle fanatic.
This one skirts the line.
Front camera. You got to see it put together. Bob says, I can't wait to load up my car with supplies. Yes, a bunch of you have already placed pickup orders, so you don't have to pay shipping fees on wood. So if you're driving, now's a great time to order boards.
Yeah, don't wait because we have to order.
Yes. Yeah, don't wait till the last minute because I will have to make sure we have enough and start stacking it because what can we hold? We can hold about
200 full sheets.
Well, not with our 1/8 inch. I guess max we can hold 200 sheets.
Yeah.
And I already know we have an order for
70 and 50.
Mm-hmm.
I've been watching. I glued my fingers together. I'm lining up the ribbon holes, the ribbon slots.
Oh, yes. Ingrid says maybe hit the yellow hit the edges in orange. Whoa. Lori says we're selling all the season signs. Anyone else? Yes, I was surprised at how much Halloween sold.
I wasn't.
Christian
Halloween
says
was
that's
like,
some
oh,
super
yeah.
level pop with that spring summer bundle. No, more glue. You don't have enough glue. You wimped out on me.
I put it in the meaty places.
Yeah, look at that. Yes.
I was
Look,
trying to not.
get closer so they understand. He only had a little bit of glue, and I really made him add more. Yes, down here. I don't know if you can see the squiggles very well, but it's there. Well, there's Kay. She loves the colors. Uh-oh. Lesson learned.
Be quick. Don't take the time to add extra glue.
Oof. Here, you want the spatula? Put this little guy
Yeah,
under there.
it's in.
Oh, you got it? Good.
Yeah, that was it. That's it. Oh,
Reminds me of the Arizona flag. I don't know what the Arizona
Palm
flag
trees.
looks like. Man, that looks good. Dark Alpha. Cool name. Dark Alpha X. Hello
Dark
from
Alpha.
Ottawa, Canada. This looks amazing. I know, it looks good, right? That looks so good. Oh, I wish you could come too. Eva says she'd be coming from Australia.
oh,
Wish we could come to you.
yeah. I want to go to you. What are you talking about?
Oh, look at all those hearts you're getting. Oh, thank you guys.
Oops.
Judy says I can't make it to the Jamboree, but I'm surely looking forward to next year.
Gotta wait for the tree to dry a minute.
Well, it's sold. I like the boldness of the sign. Me too. Like it really, you can read it there. It really just cool font, and it's right in your face.
It's a modified font. I started with a font, and then I used the smooth tool in Illustrator to take out the serifs. It was a serif font, and I used the round tool to unserif it a little bit, or to give the serif some roundness.
You need to tell it to go home. Tiny.
Position 1.
Nope.
Position 1. Position 1.
Oh, there it
I
goes.
think it did.
Look at that.
there
Great
you go.
job. I wasn't sure how you were going to pull off the waves. I thought it was going to have this frame,
The waves
black
are all
frame.
one piece.
Yeah, I thought they were going to have like this black frame, and I was like, I don't like
No,
that.
because then I'd have to put all the pieces back in, and I wasn't going to try to do that.
That looks good. You did good on the colors.
You did good.
That is the summer bundle right there, and that is exactly what I was envisioning when we brought it together. It was good for the spring, and it moves right into the summer.
Good for the soul.
Oh, Mark says he's ordering his enchiladas now.
Oh, well, we started this whole thing now, Tuesday nights.
Because we're here late,
We go
can't
get
go home
some,
and make them.
Right. So on the way home, we've been hitting up my favorite little Mexican
Our
joint
local
right
little
here.
Mexican joint. Mm-hmm.
And we get shrimp nachos, and we share them, and we watch Netflix in the car.
Oh, Scott says this is one of my all-time favorites. He really
Oh,
likes
well,
that
thanks.
one. And then Lori
it's up
also
there.
said that the black is that was a good call on that black. Nice pop around
Good call on
there.
the colors. It looks a lot brighter than the one in the picture.
Oh, yeah. So Chris says I might have to swap out the palm trees for pine trees.
Oh.
Bam, Minnesota summer. Yes, I
Yeah.
like it.
That's a pretty easy fix.
Mm-hmm. Wonder if you
'Cause
could
palm
do...
trees just peek out in this little place. Come in with the erase tool, clean it up with the pen tool, throw your pine trees up on there.
Mm-hmm. Let us
Yes.
know if you need help with it.
Seems southwesty. Yes, and I am starting the Illustrator classes back up. I have a whole new curriculum. It's different. It's going to be better. I'm geared it more towards lasers, less towards graphic design. So it's going to be a good one. But I'm like Jamboree packed until the Jamboree, which is only 24 days away. So if you didn't get your tickets, somebody asked us to put 10 extras in there. So you got a chance.
Slip in and get him.
And I saw one sell today. I don't know how many's left. I'm just saying. But a big thanks to Eon Laser USA,
Yes,
X-Tool,
yes.
Houston Acrylic,
Yes.
Lone Star Adhesive, Logo Jet, Johnson Plastics Plus,
JP Plus.
JPP, you know me. Monarch Pine, CMB Acrylic, Laser Map Maker. The Riley Black Project will be here in the house doing a podcast. Starbond Adhesive, Tumbly Halls Creative, this new paint upstart called Foxy Hues. And then I have more names on my sheet, but they're iffy.
Not this one?
Oh, Pro Colored?
Uh-huh.
Pro Colored. They're a sponsor. Oh, but my other guests,
Uh-huh.
haven't heard back. I got a couple of guests out there invited.
Do you have this file up? Yep, it's out
Yep,
there.
it's out there. It should be up. I think I got it up.
Adam says it's out there.
All right.
Scott's excited to have it for this weekend. And they said they hope you feel better.
Oh, thanks.
Look at Harry's all sniffly.
This is a good easy one because I would do like 4
And
of
Adam
these at
said,
a time.
what about mountains instead of waves?
Yeah, I could do mountains instead of waves.
Yeah,
That'd
maybe
be a
do
good one.
another alternate version.
Now is it like I'm thinking still like wavy mountains, less geometric, no hard lines.
Right, no hard
Yeah.
lines. Mm-hmm.
So I might take some of those geometrics and do the same thing, drag the smooth tool over, smooth out.
Wow,
the
you guys are
mountains.
awesome. Rick Pooley already cut it this afternoon. Chris has already cut and primed it.
Oh,
Is there a call tomorrow? Yeah, next week, Kim.
is it next week?
Yep.
Today's
Wait a minute.
What's
It's the third Wednesday. What is it?
is this the third Wednesday?
I don't know. You guys got to look.
Alexa, is this the third Tuesday?
From UPI.com.
Next week.
Today is Tuesday, January 3rd.
Thanks.
Third day of 2012.
Wait, what?
With 363 to follow.
It is not January
She don't
2nd.
even know what day it
Yeah,
is.
You're drunk, Alexa. Go home. All right, with that, I am about out of time. I got to go get my, I almost said enchiladas. I got to go get my shrimp nachos.
Lori Chavez says, ew, blah, shrimp.
I don't eat a lot of meat. I got very little meats that I can eat. Shrimp's one of them.
All right, finish wrapping it up.
All
I'm
right,
sorry.
that's it. We are out. We will see you on, the video is probably going to come out Friday. We haven't even filmed it yet. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
It's going to be very informative.
It's an Adobe Illustrator one. So if you're not an Illustrator person, it might not be
I
up
don't know
your
why
alley.
you're not an Illustrator person.
But
especially with these plugins
yeah,
and
some cool
scripts that
things
we're
I
about
think
to show
you might be able to learn some things anyway.
I'm going to show you my scripts that I use to make my life easier every day. That's what the video is going to be.
Do some cool things.
Mm-hmm. Otherwise, we're going to be at Laser Map Maker also. Or no, Laser MakerCon.
Yeah, well, yeah. That's at the end of the month.
Right.
Next month. That's in June. That's in June after our Jamboree.
Well, we have to film that this week, too.
Yeah, we're doing both of those this week.
And we're moving the warehouse around. Well, so we will see you on Friday. If you noticed, our last video was late. X-Tool told us to pause it.
But guess what? We didn't have to make any changes.
That's right.
So if you haven't gone to watch the Metal Fab video, go check it out. This was us never touching metal, doing
Never-
anything with welding
never did it
before,
before.
and we just did it. We did an awesome
we
job.
did some cuts. We did some welds. Yep. Good job, us. And we even made something. So go check it out. If not, we will see you on Friday. And if not, we will see you on Sunday.
Oh,
Or maybe
yeah.
you'll get a
Come
behind the
back Sunday.
scenes on getting ready for the Jamboree.
Yeah.
We'll move the camera out to the warehouse and you guys can watch us.
All right, stop talking.
All right. You want to hear the song?
Do it, build it, make it.